Alrighty, guys. Welcome back to the 3D printing process, 3D printing tutorial um, with AIQ. My name is Xavier, and I'll be your guide in this tutorial. This time, we'll be using the Easter theme. We'll be creating something that is related to the Easter theme process. I've got the document right here. Now, the decorative project that we'll be creating by the end of today by the end of this tutorial will be something like this. But this is something that I want you guys to take as a base project. Feel free to add more of your own, custom themes, customization, like themes, just like elements to the base project. Okay, so that being said, yep, great ideas. All the credit to the original creators for these ideas. It's a little nice idea to have a little bunny, an egg, and a little some feet and some um, ears for the project. All right, now we're gonna start out with a basic egg. So I've got my project open here. I'm gonna rename it as 3D, not actually like Easter project. Okay. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is so this is like a perfect time to really use the predefined shapes that we have in the library. Not like before I encourage most of my students to build most of the shapes from scratch, but in this tutorial, it would be a little bit easier. It'll be a little bit easier because we'll be using some of the predefined shapes that we have here. So first of all, we're just going to go grab an egg here. Just put that there. Now that's a really big egg. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to again put the ruler here. I like to put my ruler around this grid. Okay. And then what I'll do is I am going to see, all right, yep. Let's see if I can try to scale that down into, let's say, um 35. Whoops, sorry, 30 there. Whoops, see, 30 there. And then height would be about 40, to make sure that's there we go, that's good enough. And the next thing I want to do is, you feel free to add more um height if you like. It's entirely up to you. Maybe put it down to 35 actually. 40 was probably better. I'm gonna get this guy a little bit up here, okay, a little bit about like 25 height there, and I'm gonna start putting in my chicken legs here. Well, chick foot. You can go anywhere you like. Now I'm gonna put this guy right here. Okay. So this again, depending on the size of the project that you want, you can you can uh, make it bigger or you can make it smaller. So I'm gonna have that uh, right leg there. I'm gonna drag this down so that I know that it's good, but probably maybe like get this a little bit to the left side. There we go. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and see if I can get this feet to be smaller. About let's say 24 and 22. There we go. And then Control D to duplicate. Then get this guy. So we can see that the legs are overlapping one another. We don't want that. So we probably have to like make this a lot smaller. So delete the duplicated one that we just have. Um, let's say let me just check the document here. So I may have like skipped the E is here, but feel free to follow the steps here. But I will be creating the legs here first. So in this document on this page, I have 26, 23.5, 20 here. So that's what I'm going to do. I unfortunately cannot do that because in this tutorial, in this notes, I believe I have a much bigger egg, but that is perfectly fine. In this video, I will probably set that to, let's say, 20. Okay, 20 should be enough. And then the the length would be about maybe 18. I think that would be really good. There we go. That looks good enough. All right. put that there. Make sure it's right in the middle, like right on the right side, and then duplicate it. Then get this guy to come here, or we're gonna align them. That should be in that case, we'll try and get the egg to be a little bit bigger, like a little bit fatter on the bottom. There we go, and there we go, much better, much better. Alrighty, maybe have the egg a little bit to the left side. There we go. That's what I like. Now all these values and values are adjustable, so feel free to try adjust it um, to your own scale and size. You don't have to follow the values that we have here, but make sure that it's not big. It's not too big actually. Now I would normally suggest this guy to be lay down, to lie down, because when we try to print this guy, it's a lot better if we try to lie this down on the floor and try to print them separately, so that we can try to glue the legs inside, or or make them a little bit different. Okay, so next thing that I want to grab is the little bent bunny ears. So I'll have this guy right here, and I'll have this guy right there. There we go. So notice that these two are separate, that they don't come as one shape. So what you can do is you can select both of them, group them, make sure you can group them, and then what you can do is try to get them smaller like this. So now I'm not gonna use the values to make them smaller. I'm just gonna use these little handles to resize them. There we go. I think I like that. This looks like that's small enough. Again, it's a lot better for those who have tried to do printings before. This is a lot better if you try to lie these down on the floor, for example, like let's say here, 90 degrees down there, and then have it on the floor. Whoops, sorry, like this, so that when you try to print, they would come out like this, and then you could try to um, take them off, and then assemble the decorative piece separately. One thing I might have a bit concerned is that it would be different, like as in the way to get these legs attached here. One of the ways I would suggest is to one of the ways I would suggest is to make a little hole here. Now you can use a drill in real life to do that, like when you try to print the egg. Or what you could do is you could actually, I'm going to show you a little trick there. So I'm going to duplicate this guy, I'm going to duplicate that guy, and I'm going to make one of them a hole. Set that to hole, and then click the little egg there, and then try to group it so that I have a little hole right there. See? Now I didn't include this in my document, in the document that I have prepared here, and this is something that some sort of a challenge that you have to figure it by yourself, but I'm going to leave it like that so that you can do it by your own on the other side. Cool. Now that I've got the got the ear, I'm gonna try. Oh, sorry about that. I'm gonna try and get this back onto top. Okay, grouped, and then put this on the top like this. So I'm using arrow keys to make sure that it's there. There we go. That is perfect. So we're gonna get it down a little bit down there like that. Make sure it's not too deep in. There we go. That is perfect. We've already got our little we've already got our little ears and legs already. So feel free to add some uh eyes in, like eye left and eye right here, those cartoon eyes, but all they can all be adjustable. Now what I'm gonna do is, now that we've done with these parts, we're gonna try and make a little basket for the bunny. Uh, yeah, I like to call this a bunny. So there's actually a few ways to do this. What I'll do is, um, I'm gonna use an egg bird here because I think that's the best shape for the little basket. So I'm gonna put that there. Now, the reason I chose this shape is because we have this little oval shape underneath here that I want. So so that's perfect for me. I'm gonna try and make this a little bit smaller. So like 18. Oh, whoops, not one. I want 18. I want 18 on this one as well. All right. There you go. 18 there. Duplicate this guy and then drag it a little bit up here, maybe around here. Give that as a whole, and then select both, and then group to crop the top part out of there. So you can see that it's like this. Now, for those of you, for those who doesn't want to add a handle, like add a handle for the basket, that's perfectly fine. You can just print like this, and then try to print some eggs here. So like make this really smaller, like print little mini eggs, and then try to paint them by yourself. Once you got the little egg out, but for those who wants to have a little handle so that you can have you can add a little some hands here to hold for the bunny. We can have, let's see, all right, the handle. Now I've talked about how to create a little handle here. So what I'll be using a little tube shape. I'll just follow the tutorial here. So we'll use a tube shape here. So I think it's basic shapes. There we go. And then see here. Now you can choose a torus or a tube. Anything is fine. But I'm going to use a tube there. And then try to make that. Oh, that's not it. It's actually this. So 10. I'm going to do like 3. There we go. 3 should be thick enough. Oh, was it 2? That doesn't matter. That's good enough. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a cube to try to cut that into a half. Try to cut that into half. So I'm going to do that there. Yep, I'm going to make sure that it covers everything, the entire place there. There you go. And that looks good actually. That looks really good. So we're going to select both of them, and then we're going to try to group that again so that we've got the little handle there. There we go. So again, this handle, you can I highly suggest to like not put it on the little basket here, because you might want to print it separately and then like glue it to the basket when you got it out, because here I make it so that you can have it, you can have it put onto the basket like this, but this is just a sample, because when you try to print that out, there will be little trees supporting around here, and because this is 3D printing, not 3D modeling, it will have a different effect when you try to print it out. Okay, so it's I have a little note there that says, try to put the hands or some of the objects on the ground or the floor, and then try to print that out, see if it works, and then try to glue them. The main idea is to glue them, make some post activities, like post processing activities after you have printed. Okay, feel free to add more elements to that. So I'll just make sure that you guys know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna try and maybe get this to like longer there. There we go. That's a good handle. I'm gonna try and rotate that to 90 degrees and then put it there. Maybe that's not it. Maybe here. That's good. Try to bring this up. There we go. That's what I would do. That's what I would do, and then try to get this up. There we go. That is what I would do. But again, obviously, this is I'm doing this inside Tinkercad here, so you don't have to do this. You can just print the little handle out, and then try to glue it to the little basket in after printing out. All right, now I'm not going to go over the hands and the little glass. The little glass is just a little extra that I put on. Like I said, that will be completely up to you to work on. You can have the shapes here. Now, I want you guys to be creative when you guys are trying to do this project. Um, be creative, be as creative as possible. And for final one, for the text, for those who remembered, we're gonna have a Happy Easter thing, Happy Easter text. So I'll have Happy Easter here. So that's how you want to make sure that we've got enough. We've got the text here. Then try to make it smaller. Feel free to resize that through the values or the uh, the little handles that I just use like this. Okay. So it's really thick there, so I want to make sure that it's not too thick. There we go. I'm gonna have that as 4, and then this would be perfect. Actually, this would be perfect. Now, um, I would highly suggest to give this bunny a little face. You can have a little nose there, a little some eyes there, but the goal here, guys, is to make sure that you've been creative and make sure that the decorative piece comes out really nice and well. All right, thanks for watching. I will see you guys around.